so I apologize for the inconvenience if we do that, but I have the honor to talk with Dr. Ahmad Al-Abiyad, who has been in the United States to struggle and strive for the Iraqi case. Now, as myself, I had the opportunity to talk to you several times, and this is a great time. I hope it's convenient so we can discuss some key points in regard to what you have addressed earlier during your residence in Iraq and the United States to take place about some issues that we have to address. Now, you have mentioned before and periodically that you've been in, I believe, in August last year, you have kind of launched a theory. I don't want to say theory, but it's kind of more fact case within your perspective. You have said there are United States and with their allies, regardless who are going to be their allies, regardless who is going to be President Biden, and that's another issue that we have to backtrack to it a little bit. You have mentioned that the United States, the West, and the whole region, they have came across a decision to dismantle the militant groups.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, thank you. Nice to meet you. And this is, I think, will be very useful interview. It's the first time we got a lot of conversation a couple days ago about the issues with now be the important topics in the world. Yes, what you're talking about, I said that on the August last year, 2023, through the Iraqi media and the Arab media, before they banning me, through the CCM, and they put a ban on me because they don't allow people to hear about the truth. What I am saying about the dismantle of the militia entire the Middle East, it is be real now. Then at that time, I indicated that the USA and their allies, they will start to eliminate Hamas. Then they go to the eliminated Hezbollah, which is the stronger militia in the region. So after that, they will automatically end this is the chaos in the region, especially from the mobilized in the Iraq, which now holding and running the country through the bad policies. They accusing a lot of damage for the Iraqi people, especially in the west of the Iraq. You remember, and the audience, they remember what's happened after the ISIS conflict, They mobilized, used that to dominate the region as the proxy of Iran. The Iran regime also used that to put a threat, not just for the people of the region, also on the USA, prophets in the region. They aiming to reach a new deal with the USA, but they try to use this proxies, through the killing the American soldiers in Iraq, in the region. So now I think we very close to the end of this scenario, which we're talking about. Then I ready to answer any question about this matter, sir.
So you have mentioned before, and by the way, my name is Al. You can call me Al.
Yes, okay.
Sorry for the inconvenience. So backtrack a little bit in the respect of the Augusts and within your vision that you have said that the collision force led by United States, Washington, D.C., and their allies have came to the decision to eliminate a dismantle. And you have said they're trying to generate a region or a buffer zone between Syria all the way around deep to Iraq. We noticed that come on to a fact that Turkey came as an elements and foreign actor that they have signed minutes that comes into effect immediately. I have,
what I am, Mr. Ali, sorry, what I am mentioning at that time, I call it the 3 stages. Okay, the first one is the deploy of the USA military in the region, especially in Iraq and Syria, if you remember that. Second, okay, then after this deploy, the huge deploy, I remember that they deployed like more than 10,000, okay, from the USA Army and the Iraqis bases and Syria, okay. And the second one, call it the second stage. It was to cut all the connection between the proxies of the Iran, between Iraq and Syria, then through Syria to Lebanese, okay? I mean in Lebanon, it's Hezbollah, okay? That's happened, okay, before 6 months ago. It is not easy for those militia to transport any weapons, any munitions, whatever, monies, blah, 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 all those what they needed. But we can call it the logistic efforts, okay? Now, we start with the third stage. What does that mean? They go directly, okay, to attack all the facilities of Hezbollah, what we say the couple days ago. Now they kill the most significant leaders of these parties, okay, this militia. At the same time, the Iraqis militia, they say they will prepare to attack Israel by using the missile, okay, the long range.
Let me cut you off here and apologize again for the convenience.
Yeah.
But when you say 3 stages, how you have within your vision that you have bring up a data, you analyze it, and you come with a vision that it will generate 3 stages. What was the first stage? What was the second stage? And now you're saying we are in the third stage.
Yeah, I got you, Sarah. The first stage, okay, when the USA, if you remember, in the last summer in the 2023, okay, when the USA increased, okay, their deploy, okay, and they sent more than 5,000 first time. Everyone showed that on the TV, how these troops is coming through the Iraqi border and go through Syria. No one knows what will happen, okay? Why the USA in the time that Biden, okay, he announced a lot time he will withdraw all the troops from the region, as the same scenario happened in Afghanistan. Most of people, they imagine that. But I am saying no, that the Biden administration, okay, will they stay to keep their potential, okay, in the region. For that, I am put that in my analysis, okay. What's the next step? The next step is mean that Israel have very, very important targets. For example, what's the goals of the Israel? First, okay, to attack the nuclear program of the Iran. This is the top level of
yeah, we heard of news that there's some kind of blast happened, took place in one of the facility. You stated earlier today that, a matter of fact, a few days ago, that Iran has a passion, and I also have agreed, and I addressed that before to some of spaces that I have engaged with, that Iran and their proxies have a passion to engage with status of Israel in regard to a symbolism of the time frame, like the terrorist attack that took place a year ago in October the 7th.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when and now we have an upcoming events that we have agreed before. And I think you have stated in one of the channels, and you have sent it with the transcript to me with the translated that they probably will launch attack against Israel or vice versa, because Israel is going to take the initiative because it's the September the 22nd when the Iraq and Iran war started.
It is acceptable. We can accept that will happen because, even though when you have a conflict, okay, you put in your mind there is a reaction happen, okay? Mm-hmm. But let me go with my story, okay, about this. Mm-hmm. I call it the high-level goals of the Israel, especially Netanyahu, okay? Mm-hmm. What they needed ultimately, okay, at the end of this war, they will go to destroy all the nuclear program of the Iranian, okay? Because as I know that you make follow-up about the reports of the IAEA about the International Atomic Agency. They said in the last report that Iran passed the 60% of enrichment. That means that Iran is so close to hold or to manufacturing the.
Do you think the Russians are going to give them the technology in exchange of the long range?
The two things that the Russia helped them, okay, that if you want to go with this path of the nuclear weapons, you need a lot of centrifugals, okay? The centrifugals is the main pillar in this program. The second one is the heavy water. This is technically, I now go to take as a scientific, okay, no. Now, the Iranian, they hold more than 25,000 of centrifugals, okay? Mm-hmm. At the same time, if you want to manufacturing one bomb, nuclear bombs, okay, you need 28 kilogram of enrichment of uranium, okay? I think that Israel, they know that Iran so close to manufacturing this bomb. At the same time, also the Iranian now, they hold the missiles, the long range. That means Israel is under the threat, For that, Israel, they're using the war against Hamas, against Hezbollah, okay, against the militia in Iraq, okay, to reach their goals, the main goal, okay, which I call it that they will do it soon or later, but it does not take a long of time. They will destroy the Iranian nuclear program. This is for that. When I put these points, okay, and engage it with all what's happening in the Middle East and how the USA will accept that the Iranians still kept the dominance of the region. And at the same time, they trade the USA appearance. This is a clear point, huh? And at the same time, Iran opened the door for China. This is big concern.
Same thing happened. Same thing happened with the 2019 one you said before about the with the demonstration and uprising took place in Iraq. You said it before, even with that time, because a lot of members have kind of leaked information indicating that United States has a hesitation due to there is a Ba'ath party or blend in with them, but they have evidently took an action against Adil Abdul Mahdi because of the Chinese.
When I am being in Iraq at that time, okay, and I am participate with the Tishrin revolution, I told the media at that time that Adil Abdul Mahdi will lose his position because he's switching the relation between the Iraqi and the USA, which the USA do everything for those guys, the politician who's run the country now. This is the story. Okay, everyone know it. Okay, what the USA do for that when they remove Saddam from the power and put those guys in the power, And those guys, sorry, I am saying that. I hate to say that. They are so stupid. They're playing because the main power that the USA give it for them. Okay, they will never reach it without the USA help them. Okay, then what they do it first, they go to buying their loyalty to the Iran. Okay, second, they go to make a deal with the China. And what the conflict between China and USA, those very greatest country, okay? And then this time, if we back
they have their own conflict. I covered that topic about the small chip.
Yeah.
A small chip that they're trying to manufacture.
We're talking about this point a lot time, okay? what the conflict, the real conflict between USA and the China, and also that reflected on the conflict in the Taiwan. Okay, why did China try to dominate Taiwan? Okay,
yeah, that's become so chronicle. Let me backtrack a little bit. I'm sorry if I cut you off. Let's back to Al Sudani, Mr. Al Sudani. You have said he is coming, or he's already arrived to DC. I'm not sure for the information. People in Iraq, they said he is. I mean, this is not me saying, but a lot of people. I don't know if they do have some kind of terror from saying the truth or not, but they're saying that he made a good infrastructures process. But you're saying he's coming here to ask for borrowing another loan because he has a significant deficit. You mentioned that before to me a few moments before we started the podcast. What do you mean by the deficit? What Iraq
deficit?
Trump, former President Trump, in the last rally that we have published together, indicate that Iraq has $300 billion. It's a very rich country. So what kind of deficit are we talking about here?
That's a very, very important question. Okay, I think it's maybe the last question in our first interview, and I hope we can do it again and again to let all the people, especially the USA people and also the Iraqi community, hear what the important issues we're talking about. Okay, also we want to raising our voice, okay, to let the people hear, okay, as Iraqi opposition alliance, okay, to let all the people focusing on about the situation in Iraq, okay, and how we can make contributed to change this bad situation, not just for the Iraqi people and also for all people in the Middle East. Here, the point. Why I am saying that the Sudani government have a deficit, and what about the infrastructure? He claimed that he do it. Look, I am as engineering, I will tell you the real story. He make across a bridge, okay? It's not like a freeway, okay? The cost of those, okay, as most people in the government saying, mentioned that the cost is very huge, okay? If for example, the one across a bridge, okay, the real cost like $2 million, he do it with the 10 or 20. Okay? At the same time, the performance of the company who built this the bridges, okay, no one how they got the qualification. Okay, because he make it, as they call it in the Iraq, direct bidding. Okay, you know that is in the
So he embedded it directly.
Direct embedding, send it to those companies, especially the Egyptian company. This is the second point. Let us lift this point and we go to talk about the economic situation in Iraq. Okay. When I am mentioned that before 6 months ago, that this government can't pay the salaries for the employees, okay? Now it's happened because, you know, the oil prices is go down. Almost we're talking about the OPEC now is go close to the 62. And the Iraqi almost...
Iraqi did not comply with the...
This is the very significant point. The second point, okay, he's spending a lot of money out of the budget, okay, out of the which the budget, you know, the Iraqi budget, what they're saying, that the Iraqi will sell 3.6 barrel per day, okay, of crude oil, and they put the price is 85, okay. Now, if you're looking at the Kurdistan, they can export oil. You know the story of why Kurdistan, you know the reason why the Kurdistan
the pipeline,
the pipeline they stop it, okay, through the international court, okay, and we lose like mostly like 400,000 barrel per day. That's mean you subtracted from the total amount of, okay. Now we just export like 3.2 million barrel per day.
That's mean what I understand that there is no more wages for the employee government.
He can't pay the wages for the last month. You know what he's doing? he sell the bill bonds, okay, which it is for the Iraqi treasury, not for the government. Now he looking for
the financial the bond, the high risk and low risk.
The bond, he sells the financial bond, okay, to the private sector. And most of them, it's corrupted. They're controlled by parties, okay, especially the bank system, the private bank system. And you hear a lot of story what the treasury trafficking them, okay, to foreclosure their assets now, okay. I hear that more than 45% of them, they put them under the blacklist. So Sudani, what he tried to do it now when he came back again to the New York, he will participate in the United Nations Assembly. It's just assembly, okay? Then this assembly, okay, he bring 3 or 4 advisors, okay, from his office, one for the oil, one for the electrical, one for financial. That is not time for this meeting, because he tried to reach out some from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, to ask them for a loan. He's looking for a loan now. And maybe they accept or not, I don't have any information about this point. But when he go back to Baghdad, a lot of people now, they prepare for demonstration. The youth now is go out to the street asking him about his promises that he will give the people jobs, Every day there are a lot of protests there in the street of Iraq and Baghdad especially. Now he's in a critical point. At the same time, he have a conflict with his political coalition, okay, like Qais al-Khazali, al-Maliki, who was push him to the office, okay. Now they change their mind, okay, and they go to the judiciary system, okay. Also, they have a lot of problems. They're accusing him that he make spy on them, and I think now those guys, these parties and militia, they calling for early election. What does that mean? Yeah, the early election maybe will be in April next year.
Yeah, that's also what the DOD said yesterday, that they are approaching an announcement. It's going to be handling and generating a new treaty partnership between Iraq and
the new government.
And the new government, based on the new government. So, Dr. Ahmed Abil, it was a pleasure for me to meet you. I saw for the circumstances.
Yeah.
We will continue to have this kind of meetings to see what the updates.
It's my pleasure.
On options. You have a great night now.
Thank you.